The controversy surrounding the Millennium Challenge Corporation refuses to die down, with the ruling party divided over the issue of the endorsement of the multi-billion agreement from the parliament. Now there are reports of US envoys expediting parleys with the high-profile authorities in Nepal regarding the endorsement of the MCC bill. Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan and these are the headlines of the hour. The US increases diplomatic initiatives for the endorsement of the Millennium Challenge Corporation. Visiting US team holds meetings with the Prime Minister and other concerned authorities. Irregularities seen within the CIA files of highly influential people mired in corruption cases lost at the Supreme Court. Suspected Islamist militant kill at least 30 people and abduct women and children in a raid in northeastern Nigeria. Many victims burned to death while sleeping. And Oman taking on USA in today's match under ICC World Cup League 2 triangular series. USA in a do-or-die situation. Let us begin with the national political updates. American envoys have increased diplomatic efforts for the endorsement of the Millennium Challenge Corporation from the parliament at a time when the ruling Nepal Communist Party is indecisive on the issue. US high officials visited Nepal to lobby for the endorsement of MCC, the American assistance of $55 million extended for infrastructure development of Nepal. The ruling party had already formed a task force to recommend on the issue, as the party has been divided into two factions regarding the issue. Assistant Chair of MCC Europe and Asia Chapter Jonathan Brooks met Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Minister for Foreign Affairs Pradeep Gewali on Sunday and Senior Leader Jalnath Khanal yesterday. Senior Leader Khanal is the coordinator of the three-member tax team formed on 2nd of February. Tax team member Bhim Rawal was also present during the meeting, in which Assistant Chair Brooks assured that the MCC would be beneficial to the development of Nepal.
उहाँहरूले यो एमसीसी किन आवश्यक भयो, कसरी नेपालसँग सम्झौता भयो भन्ने सम्बन्धमा आफ्नो दृष्टिकोणहरू राख्नुभयो। हामीले त्यससँग सम्बन्धित कतिपय कुराहरू, आफ्ना जिज्ञासाहरू र प्रश्नहरू हामीले राख्यौं। उहाँहरूले तत्सम्बन्धमा आफ्नो कुरा भन्नुभयो, हामीले आफ्नो कुरा भन्यौं। अब दुई पक्षले आफ्नो कुरा भनेपछि त्यसपछि हाम्रो कुरा सकियो।
Assistant Chair Brooks, who arrived on a 4-day visit to Nepal on 7th of February and returned yesterday, also met ministers for finance and physical infrastructure. During the meetings, Brooks urged for their role on endorsing the MCC bill from the parliament. Likewise, US Ambassador Randy Berry also called on Prime Minister Oli and Senior Leader Madha Kumar Nepal, among other high-profile leaders, and held diplomatic discussions regarding the MCC bill. The tax team has only 2 more days to submit its report on the MCC at a time when the ruling party is still divided in two factions regarding the MCC agreement.
हामीहरूले कार्यदल गठन गरिसकेपछि कार्यदलको काम सम्पन्न नहुन्जेलसम्मको लागि पक्ष र विपक्षमा टीका टिप्पणी नगर्ने हामीले कार्यविधि बनाएका छौं। त्यसकारण म अहिले त्यसमा बहस गर्न त्यति उचित ठान्दिन।
The files of influential individuals whose cases are still in deliberation at the court have been missing under suspicious circumstances from the Commission for Investigation of Abuse of Authority. However, the anti-graft body seems reluctant in probing into the incident and taking action against the perpetrators. We have a report.
The Supreme Court sought for related documents in the corruption case filed by the Commission for Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIAA, against Yuvraj Sharma on 25th of October 2018. However, in its reply to the court on 9th of December the same year, the CIAA mentioned that the files were missing. 3 months later, when the court asked the CIAA to submit the documents again, the anti-graft body on 15th of July last year responded with a similar reply. On 30th of January this year, the Apex Court ordered the then secretary at the CIAA to present himself along with the decision, file, and records related to the case, citing that such immature response would not be tolerated. However, the court is still waiting for the response from the officials at the CIAA. Remarkably, CIAA official Maheshwar Neupane, who was asked to present himself at the court with the case-related documents, was recently transferred to the Home Ministry on 3rd of February. After being transferred from the CIAA, Neupane now would not be accountable for the response. Likewise, newly transferred Secretary Suresh Adhikari will also be looking for an excuse to overlook the case, referring to it as a case before his transfer. Such malpractice has been carried out since many years. The Supreme Court had given a similar kind of order to the CIAA in the corruption case of former Minister Govindaraj Joshi. Serious questions have been raised on the role of the CIAA officials in file missing cases related with highly influential individuals of constitutional bodies. The CIAA is a constitutional body that looks after the cases of corruption and irregularities of other departments and entities. Such cases at the CIAA have exhibited organizational irregularities in the constitutional body itself.
And we'll take a short break here. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Milk products by government-run Dairy Development Corporation have been the first choice for a majority of Nepalese consumers. However, despite its popularity, the corporation has reported a financial loss. The corporation's overall loss has been reported at 530 million rupees, while the loss for the first 4 months of the ongoing fiscal year alone stood at 70 million rupees. Questions have now been raised on the corporation's management and transparency, as DDC products are priced higher than the private dairy products. We have a report.
The Dairy Development Corporation, DDC, had reported of a profit of 20.1 million rupees in the last fiscal year. The corporation had raised the price of milk by 6 rupees per litre, which suggested of better profits for the ongoing fiscal year. On the contrary, DDC has reported of loss. Based on the latest data, the corporation bore a loss of 69.8 million rupees in the first 4 months of the ongoing fiscal year alone. The corporation has stated its inability to sell all the milk and increased staff salaries as the main reasons for the loss. The general public believes in quality and prefers DDC milk above many other brands available in the market. The corporation collects 157,800 liters of milk per day. 115,700 liters of the total milk is processed and sold in the market under the corporation's own brand. 22,000 liters of the remaining milk is sold to make milk powder, and 20,000 liters is sold to private dairies. Given the higher price in the market, financial loss should have been highly unlikely. Analysts have suggested corruption as the main reason behind the financial loss, as higher officials, including former general manager of the corporation, have been alleged of involvement in corruption cases. Likewise, analysts are of the opinion the corporation will continue to face losses if the government fails to appoint a leadership that maintains good governance within the organization and help it expand the market.
And now time for international update. Suspected Islamist militants have killed at least 30 people and abducted women and children in a raid in northeastern Nigeria. Most of the victims were travelers who were burned to death while sleeping in their vehicles during an overnight stop, according to Nigerian officials. The attack took place in Ono town on a major highway in Borno State. Militant Islamist group Boko Haram and its offshoots have waged a brutal insurgency in Nigeria since 2009. About 35,000 people have been killed, more than 2 million have been left homeless, and hundreds have been abducted in the conflict. Nigeria's government has repeatedly said that the militants have been defeated, but attacks continue. And more news coming up, but right now it's time for another short break. In our public voice segment, we had asked literates assembled in Pastor district whose responsibility it is to identify and acknowledge literary talents in rural regions of Nepal. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
कुन संस्थाले कुन सेक्टरमा काम गरेको छ त्यस्तो सेक्टर छुट्याएर संस्थालाई सम्मानित गर्न सक्यो भनेदेखि चाहिँ त्यो संस्थाहरुको मूल्याङ्कन भएको हुन सक्छ भन्ने मलाई लाग्छ।
संस्थाहरु भनेको चाहिँ एकदमै रेस्पेक्टेड मान्छे हो। उहाँहरुले समाज लेख्नुहुन्छ, मान्छेको पीडा लेख्नुहुन्छ, मान्छेको खुशी लेख्नुहुन्छ र समाजलाई परिवर्तन गर्नको लागि लेखकहरुको एकदमै धेरै खाँचो छ। त्यसैले हामी स्रष्टाको सम्मानको लागि चाहिँ राज्यले देशले सबैको तर्फबाट हामीलाई सम्मान मिल्नुपर्छ भन्ने लाग्छ।
स्थानीय तहको सरकारले पनि विभिन्न किसिमका पुरस्कारहरू राखेर सम्मान गर्न सक्छ।
लेख्ने वातावरण सरकारको तर्फबाट मिलाउनुपर्छ। सरकारले नसकेको खण्डमा क्षेत्रीय स्तरका स्थानीय स्तरका विभिन्न साहित्यिक संस्थाहरूले पनि गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ।
And now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, what is the reason behind government-run Dairy Development Corporation bearing loss? And your options are A, lack of business plan, option B, internal mismanagement, and option C, political interference. The voting for the question is on. Type in WS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share opinion with us. And let's move on to sports update.
Sports news.
Oman and USA are coming face-to-face in today's match under the ICC World Cup League 2 Triangular Series. The match is scheduled to kick off at 9:30 a.m. in TU Cricket Ground, Kantipur. This is the second match between the two nations in the ongoing series. Oman had defeated USA by 6 wickets in the previous match. In the match, USA were bowled out for a below-par score of 213 runs after they were put into bat first. Oman had met the target with ease, losing only 4 wickets. Aqib Ilyas had guided Oman to victory with a well-compiled 72 runs. Oman is looking forward to end the series with 4th consecutive victory today. Oman had defeated Nepal by 12 runs and 8 wickets. With 14 points from 9 matches, Oman is currently at the top of the points table. Meanwhile, USA have not won a single match so far in the ongoing series, as Nepal had inflicted them a 35-run defeat. USA have 12 points from 10 matches and are at the second position. USA top order batsmen Aaron Jones, Stephen Taylor and Javier Marshall have found the going tough in the ongoing series. And moving on to football, 3 matches are scheduled under the Martyrs Memorial A-Division League today. Title contender Tribune Army Club are playing Brigade Boys in the first match that kicked off just a short while ago at Enfa Ground, Sadobata. Army are looking forward to leading the league table with another win today. However, the last match of Machindra Club will decide who will lift the trophy this season. Machindra are atop the league table, currently followed by Army. Brigade Boys are in the 12th position. Meanwhile, 3-Star will see NRT in second match today. Although their title hopes have already ended, both 3-Star and NRT are looking forward to winning today's match and ending the season in the top 6. In the third match, Manang Mersyangdi Club will clash against Nepal Police Club. Third place Manang is hoping to bag 3 points today to maintain its position in the top 3. Defending champions Manang have 22 points from 11 matches, while Police have 17 points. And it's now time for our special segment, Sports Buzz.
It has been a mixed bag of results for the home team Nepal in the ongoing ICC World Cup League 2 Triangular Series, involving Oman and USA as the 2 other teams. It was always going to be a tough series for Team Nepal against the 2 formidable opponents in the form of Oman and USA. The home team has lost both the matches against Oman while registering a 35-run win against USA. Nepal was outclassed by Oman in the second tie between the 2 countries in the series as the visitors chalked out a comfortable 8-wicket victory on Sunday. Earlier in the first tie, Nepal had the chances against Oman, and a calculated batting display could have seen them emerge as winners. Nepal was chasing a below-par target of 198 runs but faltered by 18 runs. Meanwhile, in the match against USA, Nepal posted 190 runs, which eventually turned out to be a winning total. The innings saw a brilliant half-century from debutant Kusal Malla, who became the youngest ever half-centurion at just over 15 years of age in the one-day international. The Man of the Match award, however, went to baseman Karan Kesey, who claimed 4 wickets to derail the US innings. Bangladesh lifted the ICC Under-19 World Cup for the first time in their cricketing history, inflicting a 3-wicket victory over the defending champions, India, to be crowned as the Under-19 World Champions. In the final played in South Africa, on Sunday evening, India could only manage a total of 177 runs before they were bowled out in the 48th over. Yashasvi Jaiswal top-scored with 88 runs in an otherwise dismal batting effort. Abhishek Das was the pick of the Bangladeshi bowler, claiming 3 wickets. In reply, Bangladesh reached the revised target of 170 runs under Duckworth Lewis, losing 7 wickets. Despite a sound start, with the 2 Bangladeshi openers posting a 50 runs partnership, Bangladesh at one time was staring at defeat with a score at 102 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Bangladesh captain Akbar Ali guided his team to victory with an unbeaten 43 runs. He was provided good support by Parvez Aman, who top-scored with 47 runs. Aman had earlier retired hurt due to cramps. Rabi Bisnoy, who had triggered the Bangladeshi batting collapse, picked up 4 wickets. This is Amit Bakurel for Sports Buzz and Kantipur News Desk.
And before we wrap up this morning news bulletin, here's a look at the top stories one more time. The U.S. increases diplomatic initiatives for the endorsement of the Millennium Challenge Corporation. Visiting U.S. team holds meetings with the Prime Minister and other concerned authorities. Irregularities seen within the CIA, files of highly influential people mired in corruption cases lost. Suspected Islamist militants kill at least 30 people and abduct women and children in a raid in northeastern Nigeria. Many victims burned to death while sleeping. And Oman taking on USA in today's match on the ICC World Cup League 2 Triangular Series. USA in a do-or-die situation. And that's all for the moment. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTVSD, especially the live coverage of Oman versus USA match, which will be on your way in just a short while away from now. Good day.